Hey, my name's Nick and I work for Oakland Sailing, and this is the Open 5.70. It's a 19-foot sport boat designed by Jean-Marie Finot, who's a French naval architect. It's built right here in California, in Long Beach, and there's a pretty good fleet of them now in San Francisco. There's 11 boats, and in Southern California there's 12 boats, so 20 plus boats in California altogether. She's 19 feet long, pretty beamy as you can see. It's got a big, open, spacious cockpit. Usually sail with 2 or 3 crew in the breeze. We've got the keel you can see is 400 pounds of ballast, which makes a very stable platform. We've got twin rudders on the back, which makes it forgiving upwind and downwind. She likes to sail at a heel angle, so your leeward rudder is always straight up and down, and your windward rudder is usually always flying just over the water. We've got a roller furler jib and a retractable bowsprit on the front, which flies an asymmetrical spinnaker. Total sail area is 200 upwind between the main and the jib, and then the spinnaker is another 300 square feet. So you get a lot of horsepower downwind. You can get on a plane in sort of 12 to 15 knots. You'll be planing. We're seeing speeds in the teens easily, and the record for the fleet is 20.5 knots at boat speed. So she's a lot of fun in a blow. Here we are sitting on the 570. It's a pretty spacious cockpit, as you can see. Hence, because of the beam, we've got a lot of room. Right here in the center, we have the keel. It's a lifting keel, as you saw in the trailer, so when we trailer, the keel is up. When we sail, it's lowered down and it's through bolted here, so it's secured when you sail, you don't adjust it. We've got some control lines. We have the jib sheet here. It's a continuous line, so port and starboard, it's all one sheet. Grab it wherever you want and pull the direction you need. The spinnaker sheet, also continuous. Moving on to the spinnaker control lines, we've got a unique setup on the 570 where it's a single control line to extend the bowsprit and to pull the tack line. So on the hoist, we hoist the halyard hoist the halyard first, and then we pull the tack line. The tack goes out to the end of the pole, and then you continue to pull, and the sprint also extends. The jib is a furling jib, so once you're done with your set, you simply furl your jib away for your downwind run, and easily unfurl it again for the upwind. All of the spinnaker management is done from the cockpit. The spinnaker bag's here on the port side. The sail is launched out of the bag and drawn back into the bag, so there's no need to go forwards of the mast on the boat for any bow work. It's all done from the cockpit, which makes it much safer for the crew. It's a pretty small sail, 380 square feet, so manageable by one person, so when you're double-handed or even single-handed, you can fly the kite without too much trouble. Inside the hatch here, we have some basic storage. There's enough room to lay down in there, but I wouldn't sleep in there. It's a little too cramped, a little too claustrophobic. But perfect place for a cooler for your lunch, or sail storage when the boat isn't being used. So let's just talk about the mainsail on the 570. It's a large square top mylar main. It's the biggest sail on the boat. To complement the main upwind, you have the jib, and then downwind you have the spinnaker. So it's a simple three sail boat. There's no other options. Keeps the cost minimal for the owners. There's no sail choices. It's all about sailing. The main sheet is behind you, which is a little unusual for a monohull. It takes a little getting used to when you first start the boat, but the biggest advantage is that it keeps the cockpit here for the driver and the crew completely clear. There's no clutter. There's no pedestal for the main sheet. So you have a main sheet, and then you have a traveler. The traveler only lets you travel to center and to leeward. So downwind, you would typically travel all the way down and keep a little tension on the sheet. The boat has no backstays or running backs, so to support the mast downwind, you're going to use the leech of the mainsail as your backstay. So you keep your main sheet tight to keep tension on the leech. You've got the long tiller extension. Lets you sit forwards, keep the weight out of the back of the boat, upwind. Also gives you great control with your 2 rudders downwind. So you've got plenty of steerage. The helm's pretty neutral upwind. The blades are pretty small. The boat heels so the leeward rudder is straight up and down, so it's most efficient. So you don't get a lot of weather helm on the boat. And then downwind, because there's two rudders, you never stall the rudder. You always have full control, and the boat's really maneuverable. It's basically a 20-foot surfboard downwind on the waves, so it's a lot of fun to sail. What's that? Oh, finally the hiking straps here. These allow you to lean back and enjoy the ride upwind, and provide a little bit of extra riding moment. It's not a very athletic boat. You don't have to hike very hard to keep the boat flat. Because of the beam and because of the 400 pounds of keel, it's a very manageable boat even in a breeze.